All right, y'all, welcome back to my channel. And before we jump into today's topic, I want to give you a little quick update how life has been outside like a world tour. I've been busy in a good way, and I've been organizing, running around, learning new systems, traveling, and also building structure. And that's a part of the assistant world. And what I like to call that little bit of that world would be like being a mini CEO, but without the paycheck. But we're working on that. We are working on that. And honestly, the more I grow into this role, I realize how many people are out here trying to get their foot in the door. And I constantly get messages like, girl, where do you find these assistant jobs? Or how do I land a role like this without zero experience? So today, that's what we're talking about. It's going to be a part two of that conversation, but this isn't going to be your basic job search. This isn't going to be a go on Indeed.com and pray. I want to make this like real tea. It's going to be really strategic, out of the box, and it's going to give you ways to land your first assistant job or even creating one. Or if you've been in this role for a while and you're looking to expand, get more clients, move around in different industries, what have you, that's exactly what we're talking about, because the truth is opportunities aren't always posted online. It's about how you get the time where you have to position yourself. It's going to take time for you to make a plan for yourself, to position yourself around the right people who don't even know they need you. So grab a snack, get comfy, because today we're going to be talking about strategy and creativity and how to make people actually say, oh, I need them. And if you're new here, hey, I'm Jessica. I'm an executive and personal assistant, lifestyle lover, and business owner. Here we talk about all things PA life, career glow ups, hot topics, and actually living a lifestyle you enjoy. So if that sounds like your thing, your vibe, stick around. Let's start with the basics, where you can actually find these assistant roles. Of course, we're gonna go with the obvious ones: LinkedIn, Indeed, company career pages, temp agencies, staffing agencies. Of course, they work, but I want you to think bigger. Now let's get into the good stuff, the places where most people overlook, but where people with zero experience can land a foot in the door. Number one will be local businesses and startups. You'd be surprised how many small business owners desperately need help but never post any jobs. Startups especially value hustle over corporate experience. Sometimes all it takes is reaching out, saying something like, hey, I love what you're building. If you ever need help with scheduling, organizing, or communication, I'd love to support you part-time. Just like that, you can create an opportunity that didn't exist. Now, we're going to go into number two. Community leaders and local entrepreneurs. Think about people in your community: realtors, boutique owners, estheticians, personal trainers, salon owners. These people are always overwhelmed. Their businesses grow faster than their systems, and most people tend to hire based on vibe and reliability, not traditional resumes. So you become the right hand instantly. You're able to show up in different ways, but what most people don't know is when you become an assistant, you have to show you have to show them what you're capable of, especially if they are new to the role. Most I would say local entrepreneurs or community leaders, especially if they're new in the role, may not know what an assistant actually does. So this is when you'll have to dig a little deeper into what an assistant role is, teach yourself while you're teaching them. It's like you're molding each other in a way. Now, three will be become the opportunity. So that would be freelance or a virtual assistant opportunities. You don't have to wait for someone to post a job. You can be the job. You can offer assistant services the same way people offer hair, photography, or tailoring. Platforms like Upwork, TaskRabbit, things of that nature tend to work extremely well. So I would look almost daily, not consuming so much of your time, but you want to make it a habit of always looking and creating that opportunity for yourself daily. People hire virtual assistants every day with zero corporate background. Now let's talk about industries that are most open to assistants. Now, these industries care more about personality, communication, and reliability more than they care about years of experience. So the first will be real estate. Second will be wellness and beauty. Then we have influencers and creatives. Now, next on that list will be startups and hospitality and luxury services. These industries tend to move fast, so you'll want to follow the leaders of these industries, see how they move and see how they are building their empire. Another point would be to always base yourself on trust and energy. So when you're first coming into the door or when you're in the interviewing process, make it a point to show that you are trustworthy and you're bringing that energy. Energy is everything, especially if it comes to creative. And it's easier said than done, but this will help you. So now we're gonna get into one of my favorite parts of this topic, which would be how to prepare even with no experience. It goes along with one of my favorite quotes, which would be stay ready so you don't have to get ready. It's all about how to show up ready even if you feel like you're starting from scratch. So one, which would be obvious in my opinion, would be create a mini portfolio. You can do this right at home. You could create sample calendars, a mock travel schedule, a simple email system, or a task list. It shows that you already think like an assistant, even if no one has paid you yet. Also, this will give you great practice because the bulk of being an assistant, whether that be an executive or personal assistant, usually what I just listed, that is one of the bulks of your job. You'll be doing that pretty much daily. Two, which is great, would be to shadow someone temporarily. You can offer to help someone for 1 to 2 hours a week just to gain experience. Most people end up keeping you because they realize how helpful you are. 3 would be to build your assistant identity. When people ask, so what do you do? Say something like, I support business owners with organizations, communications, and daily operations. Even if you're new, your language puts you right in the room. Now, let me give you some real life examples because being an assistant can be a powerful stepping stone. Many people don't know that assistants we see today, well, moguls, I'll say, we see today were actually assistants. So one would be Kris Jenner. She actually started off running a donut shop, and then eventually managing businesses, now managing a billion-dollar empire. Next would be, because I have my notes, will be Oprah's best friend, Gayle King. She actually started off in an assistant level media role, and then she grew into being one of the biggest names in journalism. Next would be Tyra Banks' assistant, Beverly. Of course, she started off as one of Tyra's first assistants, and then eventually she worked her way into producing television, many shows and movies that we see today. Now, if you're trying to land your first assistant job, don't limit yourself to just job postings. Of course, job postings are important. You always want to check those daily, but just don't put all your eggs in one basket. You'll want to place yourself where help is needed and show your value before you're even asked. That way you are remembered. Assistant work isn't just about trying to be one up on people and trying to be the forefront of a business or try to be famous if you're working in a certain industry. Assistant work is actually one of the few careers where your work ethic, your energy, your intuition, and your intuitiveness can carry you further than any fancy resume ever could. So think of it like this. Your first assistant job can actually literally change the trajectory of your career, and you deserve that. Now, if this resonated with you, let me know in the comments. I love reading your questions. If you have a story to tell, please drop them in. Send me a message. I love reading them. That way we can grow together. Also, you know what I'm gonna ask? If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, or leave a comment. I'm still new here, so your engagement is deeply appreciated, okay? Now, thanks for hanging out, thanks for watching, and don't forget that work and life should both feel good. Until next time.